Hello, my name is David Jose, and I'm here to talk to you about private membership associations. Now, online, you might have heard people talk about PMAs. I'm telling you guys, this is the most hidden legal secret in America. If you look at the Bar Association, it is a private entity that has its own goals, its own way of doing things, and it is used to deal with people who are going to commercially give advice for the people around the country or entities. Well, it's super important that you know about PMAs because, as you know, since 2020, many business entities that were possibly set up improperly were shut down by the government and forced to not be able to function unless they wore a mask or they followed certain mandates or even had vaccines. Guys, this is ridiculous. It goes against the beliefs and the creeds of the United States of America. The very fabric of our nation was overturned ever since 2020. Now, many entities were shut down, their livelihoods were cut off, they were not able to do their life's work. But I was blessed to be able to have the opportunity to get involved with some people who had some issues with their business entities. Many of them having S corps, C corps, and LLCs and the such were shut down. Because I had knowledge in the law from fighting against CPS and dealing with issues with elections, getting the only full forensic audit in Arizona and America in history, I gained valuable information to understand how to fight. So when it came to dealing with private membership associations, I already knew how to deal with bad government encroachments. You put together the ability to have a shield of your entity, along with the ability to be able to fight, and you have the ability to stay open and function. So let's discuss some real life issues and explain to you why you could possibly need a PMA. Well, we can start off with New Jersey. There were several gyms in New Jersey that had issues with government trying to shut them down. I was able to effectively help these entities by converting them to private entities. We actually let the government know everything that we were going to do. Our first entity did very well. Second entity did very well. There was one entity that a gentleman had two with me that they tried to attack. We successfully defeated the actual court that the prosecutor that was coming against him. And the people got to see, and I will share that video with you later, the people got to see the benefit of being able to have someone who would help them to be able to understand how to move into the private realm, as well as someone who would have a membership for them that we can discuss the law as the people by right. This way, you can actually grow, understand what it is that you can do with your entity. You could have help when you need it, hand holding, which we could see that very few attorneys in America really wanted to be part of. It almost seemed like attorneys got together, decided that they were going to leave the people of America hanging, and actually would not give them information and understanding to be able to keep their entities open successfully, or to not have to wear masks or have mandates or have to have these vaccines and different things like that. So with all that being said, it is easy to understand how quickly the government can get out of control when you get bureaucrats or health officers who decide that they don't want you open and you're not essential. Well, to me, I understand that the fabric of America lets us know in fundamental principles of law that we are all essential. Every man or woman has the right to work in their field. Every man and woman has the right of conscience. And the problem for most entities in America that use attorneys is that attorneys aren't necessarily trying to tell you about your rights. Let's just stop and think about it. How many of you have ever used attorneys? Out of these attorneys that you've used, we understand that the constitutions of the federal and the state are the highest law for the people. Of course, we have treaties, we don't deal with those much. But the Constitution for the federal and the state is the highest law. It is the actual law that we use to hold our government servants under what it is that they swore. Now, you got to ask the question, why is it that if you have had attorneys, they have fought for statute, they have fought with procedure, but they never taught you about your state constitutions? Why is it that your schools have never taught you about your state constitutions? The reason is that if they told you about your state constitutions, it would be highly likely that you will fall for some of the tricks and the deception that actually pays them the bulk of their money. If you want billable hours, you can't have highly educated people who are standing up for their entities. So, with that being understood, why are we the best choice? Well, I would tell you that we're the best choice because we actually have the history of actually fighting against bad gov in New Jersey, coming out with a victory in our favor, multiple victories. We've had fights in California, multiple victories. We opened up big entities in Arizona, like Mountainside Fitness. We opened up 18 entities for them. They were being attacked. They were all on the news. We were able to open them and do the things using the process that we use, and we see Mountainside Fitness flourish. They opened, they decided to allow people to choose what they wanted to do with their health, but they were open. Now, what's crazy is that we could see these big entities going to court, big entities getting into different types of trouble, and they had attorneys. But what we find is that it seems that the Bar Association or the schools did not teach the attorneys correctly to be able to deal with our highest rights. Therefore, when it came time to fight, they were unprepared. So I believe that it is very wise that the people who are going to decide to do private membership associations understand that it takes for you not just to have a piece of paper. It also takes for you to understand the jurisdictions, to understand what type of entity you need. There are a lot of people out there pushing these 501, 508, etc. entities who are deceiving you about what it is that you really are getting. They don't understand how to put together PMAs correctly. And when you get in trouble, there's no help. I don't think it's wise to have $20, $30, $40, $50,000 set up with some attorney who may help you or not, because we understand that a lot of the attorneys decided to stand down when we needed their help during the emergency. So I believe that it is wise for you to be able to have the ability to talk to people like the old days. I don't believe in this situation of having a site, somebody gets something from you through a site, and then after they get something from you through a site, you have to ask questions to the site. The site can't answer questions. You have some frequently asked questions, but it really doesn't cover everything that you need in order to be able to function. And then usually after you get these entities, if something happens, there is nobody there. There is nothing for you when it comes to being able to call in and actually have a discussion with a real man or woman. I believe in the old school way of doing things. There was a time where we would get together and we would talk to each other. We would build each other up. We would care about each other's future. We would actually hear the voice of the person who is trying to help us. We would be able to gain knowledge and wisdom and be able to carry out business in a way that was more intimate than just, dealing with a computer. And that's how I am. For all of the PMAs that we create here, I make sure that we open the doors for people to be able to communicate. We give you a 1-year membership. It is included in the membership, and your documents come included in the amount for your PMA. So I ask you that if you wish to join us, first take a look at some of the victories that we have. We have victories in many different areas. People using our process across the nation. We have more wins than any other group out there. I mean, thousands of wins, and you'll be able to see this. And we are opening up the doors for you to be able to get your own PMA. We have family PMAs. The membership for that is only $450. You get the year membership as well. We have business conversion PMAs that are $2,500, and you get 1 year of actual membership with us too. We actually help you if something should happen, and we have been highly successful like no other group in the nation. Check out some of our wins. Please put your name, phone number, and email in the section below if you wish to join us. If you don't, it's no hard feelings. We understand that people have their choice of who they work with. We just believing in we believe in being the best, and we believe in opening the doors for people to be able to grow and be able to truly fight and save this beautiful nation. God bless America. Thank you. Put your information below, and we will reach out to you soon. Have a blessed day.